today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Brooklyn Barons.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when they're going.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Barons have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville. Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver? A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. To throw is Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Hernandez now on 1st and 10. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Hernandez throwing on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Hernandez looking to throw on 2nd down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Barons are able to add on to that lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That ball caught by Harrison. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
A check down here to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and it's the Vikings who are out in front. The Vikes trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Colts still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. DeAndre Swift with a rushing touchdown there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jackson. And that's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Rosa's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Hernandez on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Hernandez.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And not what they want to see here. Manning still down after the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins 17. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sport. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a... And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw again on second down, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Jacobs, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Play game offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for our visitors, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire